We are just breaking apart all sorts of birds this morning, but it is for a good cause. About 400 people are going to be coming up here later.
Check out all this food. Each truck was carrying about 1,100 cases of food. And in addition to the 2 big rigs that actually caught fire, a 3rd truck started to melt on the outside, but all the food on the inside was ruined by smoke.
1, 2.
Okay, here we go. Go for it.
Here we go. Such a pro. But police officers say this could have just been so much worse if the driver did not see the school bus there at the last minute. Jackknife turn and again hit right there at one of those.
Well, it's official. Philip Phillips is this year's American Idol.
A carton of Newport cigarettes were stolen from this gas station. You can see here the door has been busted out with a large rock that is about 9 feet inside the door. The glass has all been cleaned up. Now you can see these shelves are pretty bare right now. Just a few weeks before Thanksgiving last year, this is what these shelves look like.
Well, guys, we're going to send it back to you in the studio, but before we do,
Sledge Road is a quiet street. The cows at the dairy farm don't even moo. This home has a couch and some dog food on its front porch, but you don't hear barking. At least not anymore.
It smelled horrible. There's a dairy farm there nearby, and you can smell the house over the dairy farm.
Animal Control rescued 25 dogs and 5 puppies from the home after an anonymous tip. Only a mattress and refrigerator were in the home. No signs of electricity. Dirt and dog feces covered the floor.
Their condition was sorely deteriorated. Multiple illnesses, disease, parasites, they were in terrible condition.
Mary Lee and Stanley Boone both face animal cruelty charges, but according to Worth County Sheriff, Boone says he was just trying to help the animals.
I know Mr. Boone said yesterday that he was just finding strays on the road and he was just bringing them home and trying to take care of them.
The puppies got an all clear from the vet. They're busy growing and being taken care of by the Best Friends Humane Society, who also took in the puppy mill puppies just a few weeks ago.
Animal Control got the call about this hoarding situation, I believe due to an awareness that came about from the publicity of the puppy mill.
To be on the lookout for other animal cruelty cases, listen for excessive barking, a strong smell, lots of animals in a single home, and if those dogs aren't being let outside, lack of ventilation for the animals, and any unusual circumstances.
If you just pass by somewhere and you see something that looks a little fishy, give us a call and we'll investigate it.
And the puppies can soon be barking in your home. They should be ready for adoption in about 6 to 8 weeks. Melanie Kendall, Fox 31 News.
We all know we're not supposed to text and drive, but many people still do it. And what's the law say about apps? Is using those illegal too?
There are plenty of people who don't even try to reply to the text, that are just reading their phone or even talking on the phone, that don't get to walk away.
This is Brandy Heldenberg's car. She wasn't even texting, but she walked away. Caleb Sorahan wasn't so lucky.
He was reading a text when he veered across the center lane and hit a lady and her passenger who were pulling 6 horses. He hit them head on, and he never had a chance. And they found the phone in his lap.
Texting takes your eyes off the road for about 4.6 seconds. Going 55 miles an hour, that's like driving an entire football field blindfolded.
I do it, and I know it's wrong. And a lot of people, have, lost their lives texting and driving. It's not right.
The texting law bans drivers from talking, writing, sending, or reading text-based communication. But what about apps like Facebook and Twitter, or other apps which don't always include words, simply looking at a phone?
If you're dialing a phone number, that's not part of the texting. The texting law is strictly to stop texting while driving.
Whether it's texting and driving, Facebook and Twitter, or even just talking to a passenger, stay safe on the roads. And remember, it wasn't illegal when Caleb was killed.
We're now in 2013. The law has been in place for almost 3 years, and there's not that many tickets out there being given. However, the wrecks are still happening.
This is a water-powered grist mill.
Brock is a second grader,
8,
who does historical interpretations at the Georgia Museum of Agriculture.
We had these kind of watches back in those days.
He'll teach you how to make cornmeal as you experience daily life on a 19th century farm.
Now we're supposed to bounce it down. Got it back at cornmeal.
Brock started working here at the grist mill shadowing his grandfather. After just 3 days, he was doing it all himself.
I decided that I could do a little bit the first time, and the second time I could do barely, and then this time I could do all of it.
So now really all I do out here just when I'm at the grist mill is what you saw me. I bag the grits on meal, and he does interpretation, does the tying up of it and everything.
But Brock is a special kid.
Well, he had a hard time when he first came into the world, and he's hyperglycemic, and he's had a lot of health problems.
He's also mildly autistic.
Built by Barney Curtis
Although Brock loves spending time at the grist mill,
in 1879.
he can't wait for the weekend to play dodgeball and go on a hayride.
These kind of Saturdays I ain't gonna be on the train. I'm gonna be down at the hayride and doing all that stuff.
As for long-term plans,
I'll be working here, I think, until I get about 60 or 70 or 80.
Melanie Kendall,
Hey, Mr. Racer.
Fox 31 News.